Welcome, everyone, to this beloved annual celebration of humanity, community, music, and spirit. What an incredible morning of worship and uplift we have ahead of us. We are always so glad to be together here, especially so this morning when we have members and visitors and neighbors together with our returning friends from Ruach at Temple Habonim, as part of our choir this morning, along with our very dear friend and comrade, Pastor Howard Jenkins, who has devoted himself to our time together this weekend, coming all the way from his AME congregation in Moorestown, New Jersey, and our beloved friend and minister of music, David Smith, who has also come to be with us since Thursday, all the way from his congregation in Tulsa, Oklahoma. These days together every year are so precious to so many of us. They give us joy and inspiration. They give us hope and renewal, deepening and learning, strength in word and song like nothing else. We are so grateful for these days of blessing and goodness. What better place to be? What better worship to offer? What better gathering to have than this one here and now? So welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Providence, where we love beyond belief. This is the day we have been given, a day to which we are bringing our all. May we make the very most of it, as we already have begun to, together. And now, can I invite everyone into our time of greeting? It's our time to get up and move around and not just say hi to somebody, we say goodnight to every night in the bed next to us. Actually speak to lots of people. Go find somebody you've never seen before and say hi and talk about how good it is to be together. Somebody near you, somebody in the furthest corner, up in the balconies. Let no one go ungreeted or unwelcome this morning. Let's make sure everyone feels how good it is to be together. And before we resume our seats, as is our tradition, can we turn around and wave to the camera that's to the right of the organ console? That's everyone at home or traveling. And on the count of three, say good morning. 1, 2, 3. Good morning, everybody. who's tuning in from afar. We're so glad to be with you in every way we can.
Think about it, there must be higher love down in the heart or hidden in the stars above. Without it, life is wasted time. Look inside your heart, I look inside mine. Things look so bad everywhere. In this whole world, what is fair? We walk the line and we try to see, falling behind and what could be. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love I've been thinking
light, I think, is already burning in our hearts this morning. Can we light our chalice lighting together and make it an actuality with the words in our order of service? This light burns also in our hearts, and it lights our way towards harmony, justice, and hope for all. We've moved things around a little bit this morning, so we have invitations right away. These are other ways we practice our faith, apart from worship and Sunday school and the usual Sunday morning plans. Our First U Women's Alliance will host 2 evening programs this year to help accommodate women who are interested in the Alliance but can't attend daytime meetings. The first is this week, Tuesday the 21st. It's featuring Lisa Raiola, the president of Hope in Maine. Her presentation is titled "The Seeds We Sow, Reclaiming Our Food System," and she'll share the story of how Hope in Maine came to be and how local food entrepreneurs are forging a new food path rooted in health, resilience, and community. All are welcome to join for an evening that will also feature time to socialize. It's beginning at 6:30 p.m. this coming Tuesday. Our Sanctuary Working Group is sponsoring a 2-fold event this coming Saturday, the 25th. First, at 5:30 in the evening, is a parish house potluck supper. Please come and hear about what our Sanctuary Working Group is doing and hear from an attorney who specializes in immigration law. Then join everyone here in the Meeting House at 7:30 for a benefit concert with Shelley Catch and Kathy Clasper-Torch. Tickets, I know, right? They're so phenomenal. Tickets are $25 and can be purchased at the Sanctuary Working Group table after worship in the parish house. All proceeds will benefit the Central Falls Family Emergency Fund that we've been supporting along the way. Central Falls Mayor Maria Rivera will be joining us, so come for good information and great music. And lastly, for those interested in sending postcards to our local legislators in support of our immigrant community, there are postcard packets available at the Sanctuary Working Group table, again, right after worship. So many good things to do, big things and small things, they all make a difference. Can we join in the words for sharing our covenant, which are printed in the order of service? As always, everyone is welcome to speak these words, and no one is required. We, the members of the First Unitarian Church of Providence, with respect for the worth and dignity of each person, with wonder at the light we know by many names, and with gratitude for our deep connection to each other and to the larger web of existence, covenant to walk together in our search for truth, seeking the paths of wisdom, compassion, and justice. Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? We had heroes once, and we will again. Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? So come on, darling. Come on, children. God is all around. Put us at the gate. Allah hears your prayers. It's not too late. So come on, darling. Feel your spirits rise. Come on, children. Open up your eyes. God is all around. Put us at the gate. Allah hears your prayers. It's not too late. Why shouldn't we?
Why shouldn't we?
Why shouldn't we?
Why shouldn't we?
Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we?
Why shouldn't we?
Our sermon today is called Loving Well. This is one of those cleverly titled sermons that means more than one thing. Loving well, meaning doing a really good job of loving, but also loving well in the sense that any good well is deep, really deep, so that it never runs dry. And our message this morning is about digging deep into love, even in ways that can be hard, ways we may not even want to go. But we have to be real and strong about this, because the greatest power on earth is love. We sang this last year at the service we did together. Maybe some of you remember that. Do you remember? We said, and because love is the greatest power, we shall never, never be defeated, right? And we felt it. We felt it when we sang it and we said it. So we are plumbing the depths of what that means this morning. And not just the depths, but also different facets of love, because it has many expressions, and many of those expressions matter a great deal right now. All three of us, David, Howard, and myself, believe that a big part of how we are going to get through these days has to be love. Love is going to get us through these crucible times that we are living in. Democracy is being undermined. Power and prestige are the dominant factors. National leadership is promoting division and blind loyalty, while humanity is being ignored. There is a lot we can and must do to get through these crucible times. And one of the most important things we can and must do is love. We have to love deeply, with intentionality. In today's climate, regardless of whether we agree or disagree, one thing we are all called to do is love one another. The great Universalist preacher, Hosea Ballou, he lived in the late 1700s and early 1800s, and we still quote him frequently in our faith. He said, if we agree in love, there is no disagreement that can do us any injury. But if we do not, no other agreement can do us any good. How do we make love more abundant in ourselves and for each other? How do we love deeply? I mean that. How do we do it? How do we love well?
This is a very challenging message that will rub some the wrong way. But in order to love someone deeply, we have to go underneath some stuff that keeps us apart. David, for example, is an EMS person who goes into someone's home and he doesn't qualify their services or look to see what that person is before the help arrives. They understand they come to help a person because they want to care for them as a human being. Or where will we be otherwise if we take a different approach? Because whatever we think or feel that we hold deeply inside deters us from loving well. How do we get beyond those pitfalls and those danger zones to common humanity? This is real life. Everyone loves to be in their own camp, in their echo chamber. But how do we love deeply? Sometimes, and sometimes we just love people because we do, but love is hard. Love requires care. Love requires a form of devotion. Love takes time. What it is we have to stand for, what do we do in order to love? For me, I stand on my faith and my love for humanity. If there was a storm and someone needed help, I wouldn't ask them what they believe in. I would help them. At the end of the day, I hope that we all look at each other with that same love for humanity, love for one another, love for each other. As a shocker, I added Donald Trump to our church's prayer list. This caused much controversy, but I held to it. I prayed for clarity of a mind and a softening of a heart. But here's the irony. As recently as this past weekend, before I sent in the final bulletin and finalized with my congregation, I personally contemplated with all that was going on and removing his name. But then I thought about it. Literally, the message that Liz, David, and myself have been working on for months, that we have been talking about how to love deeply. The impetus of this sermon, I thought, no, I've got to practice what I preach. I have to keep doing it. I have to love deeply. But it's hard. If we say that we're going to love everybody, if we say that we're going to love humanity, that means all types of folk, all different types of people, some of whom we do not agree with. My father taught me not to hate anyone. You may disagree with their ways or their actions, but you still love them anyhow. That's what love means. This is the form of love beyond belief.
So love takes personal forms and commitment. Love also takes congregational forms and congregational commitment. This is why First U is offering different kinds of care and relationship within and beyond the church, especially now. You heard about it in the invitations, right? Was that not congregational care? Wow, you don't know? Was that not congregational care? Yes, of course. More support groups also within the church, more people involved in Pride, more people building relationships, as you heard, with refugee and immigrant individuals and communities, not just to support everyone, but also to learn from everyone. We have a lot to learn. The goodness comes and goes between us. The experiences become mutual. These are forms of love, and they matter especially now as we all face pitfalls of emotional and spiritual exhaustion and also hostility. Feeling like, fine, let those people go do their ugly, destructive thing. They'll be the ones who suffer in the end. Am I the only one who's ever thought that? Well, few, because I wouldn't have said it from the pulpit if I knew I was. Sometimes the people doing the ugly, destructive thing do suffer in the end. Sometimes they don't. Regardless, that can't be the place where we end up. Just sitting there in all that loathing in our thoughts and in our hearts. Our love cannot be parsimonious, and it cannot be withheld as punishment. We have to think about the other, those who don't think like us, perhaps even those who have treated us ill. David said this in one of our preparatory conversations for this morning, and he reminded us we have more capacity than we think we do. We have more capacity than we think we do. I thought then of the Exodus story of liberation, of being freed in love, and not just about duty or forms of love and what love requires of us, but also what it offers us, love that brings lightness, love that brings joy. I'm thinking also of the compassion that is integral to the Exodus story as it is told in Passover Seders, as I have learned again and again in my family's Seders across my life, that when we speak of the plagues suffered by Egypt, suffered by the people of Egypt, to persuade them and Pharaoh to free the Hebrews, we don't celebrate those plagues. They were the instrument of liberation, and we do not celebrate those plagues. We speak the name of each plague, and then we pour out drops of wine for each plague, drops like tears with sorrow for what the Egyptians suffered, because as it teaches in the Haggadah that leads us through our Seder, because they were also children of God, and no one should suffer so.
No one should suffer because God wants us to be in relationship. He wants to be in relationship with us. God shows us his love in unusual ways in order to get humanity's attention. Does he have ours? So as we look at this Exodus story, God hardened Pharaoh's heart and also told Moses that he had to lead the Hebrew people out of Egypt. But also, the Hebrew people had to witness the plagues. God had to show them his power. The power to let them understand that they needed God's love as well. In my opinion, in sections where God seems ugly and petty, we have misrepresented God. We want God to be a utopia type of love. But what God wants is a relationship with humanity. Not a portion of humanity, but all humanity, and will stand the test. Most know the story of Job and how Job was tested. Because of our human nature, that is where that fine line comes in between us regarding doing good. But we question God when all hell is breaking loose. Everybody wants to feel good. Everybody wants to celebrate. Everybody wants the victory. I call it everybody wants to dance and to shout. That's what everybody wants. But God has said, I want you to trust me. I want you to have faith. But most of all, I want to be in relationship with you. We say that God is about love, but God really is about relationship. Are we going to love another when they've turned their backs on us? If we don't, we are not demonstrating love. In my theology and relationship, God is essential. The reality here between Liz and I, we don't agree on all theology, as most of you know, but we do agree in love. Because we agree in love, there is no other disagreement that can cause injury. And we do agree on the importance of love and of relationships, for this is foundational for everything.
Gotta take a little time to think things over.
I better read between the lines in case I need it when I'm older. And this mountain I must climb feels like the world upon my shoulders.
And through the clouds I see love shine. It keeps me warm as life grows colder. In my life,
There's been heartaches and pain.
I don't know,
If I can face it again,
can't stop now
I've traveled so far.
to change this lonely life. I wanna know gonna take a little time to look around me.
I've got nowhere left to hide. Looks like love has finally found me.
In my life,
There's been heartaches and pain.
I don't know,
If I can face it again,
I can't stop now.
I've traveled so far to change this lonely life.
I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me. I wanna feel what love is. I know you can show me. I wanna know what love is. I wanna know. I want you to show me. I wanna know. I wanna feel what love is. I know you can show me. In my life,
There's been heartaches and pain.
I don't know.
If I can face it again,
I can't stop now.
I've traveled so far to change this lonely
life. I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me. I wanna feel what love is. I know you can show me. I wanna know. I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me. I wanna feel what love is. I know you can show me. I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me.
Now is our time for sharing our joys and sorrows. And we know what love is. And we feel what love is. And this is how we show it. Chris Campanile writes, "A candle of joy for the tremendous turnout yesterday at the more than 2,500 No Kings marches and rallies across the country. demonstrating that people are determined to resist this nation's further descent into an authoritarian state. A candle of joy for the 15,000 people. I personally heard announced 32,000 estimated. In Providence, who rallied for their love of America, democracy, due process, and a fierce determination to keep on keeping on. A candle of sorrow for the life and great spirit of John Nyes, who passed unexpectedly from complications from cancer. A candle of healing for our mothers and mothers-in-law, both struggling with their health. From Peter Larman, a candle of gratitude that Brown University discovered its spine. From Sage Hobson, a candle of love for my dad, Russ, who died this summer. He fills me with laughter and wisdom still. From Willa Summers, a candle for my brother who moved to California to do ceramics. I hope he feels settled there soon. Wishing peace for Anna and Claire, Tom, Dennis, and Mike, and everyone else feeling a loss at this time. A candle of joy and hope for my daughter who is striking out into new territory, moving to a new town, and looking for a new job. From Erica Russley, a candle of hope for my parents who are both struggling with health challenges as they prepare to quickly transition from their home in Connecticut to assisted living here in Providence. And now we will have a moment of silence for personal reflection. If you have lost someone close to you in the past year, you are invited to stand or raise your hand in silent witness.
Though dark the days with storms and burdens weigh my heart, though trouble waits at every turn, I know I can go on. When sorrow heals my soul and burdens make me strong, though trouble waits at every turn, I know I can go on. My sister in my heart, my brother in my song, though trouble waits at every turn, I know I can go on. So brother, take my hand, and sister, sing my song. When hope awaits at every turn, just say, I know we can go on. And through the journey, and journey is long, and we recognize the destination is near. Though trouble waits on every hand, I know we can. I know I can. I know I'll stand. I know I'll pray. I know I won't look back. I know I will step forward. I know I can. I know I will. I know I stand. I know I'll pray. I'll know I can go on.
So these two wonderful people asked me to say a few words. Can I do that? Yeah. All right. Thank you, I will. So Pastor Jenkins mentioned a moment ago that there were some thoughts and ideas about which he and Reverend Liz have disagreed. Philosophies, perhaps, theological ideas, concepts. Let's talk more about that. What if you, me, or others that we know, we have opposing ideas? The question is, do we have to despise each other? How do we separate the person from the ideas? Or do we still choose to love them deeply even though we disagree with them? Let's think about it this way. What are we going to be, you and I? What are we going to be if we don't seek to love under the surface? How are we going to end up? How can we love profoundly? Love someone with whom we have How can we find a way to love profoundly? Love beyond belief. I believe that that is love beyond belief. Going beyond, going further than what I can see, further than my own boundaries, going deeper, lower, going under the surface. That's a tall challenge. Shake your head if you agree, because it's a tall challenge for me. It's a big test, but it's also one that I believe we must genuinely consider. And we must allow that idea, I believe, to speak to us.
And that is our challenge. There's always going to be good people. Loving them is easy. But here's the thing. We want the bad to be good, and we want the good to be better.
Pastor Jenkins, I think that's powerful. We're in a time when we, the people, have chosen sides, yes? Okay, that's fine. But we have to also find a way to come together. I'm going to let that sit there for a minute. We have to find a way, I believe, to get past our disagreements, our philosophical, theological disagreements, and forge is an action word, forge a relationship. That speaks of intentionality. This is what loving deeply is all about. And we can love deeply. It's kind of the idea of a friendship that has been through the fire, or maybe coming out of the fire, or maybe forged in the fire, and then nurtured by the connections around us. It is when we genuinely care about each other without perhaps thinking about what does that person think about this, or what does that person, but just genuine benevolence and care. That's when we start, I believe, to understand what loving deeply really means. And you've heard that loving deeply, loving well, a well. How deep is a well? Very deep. Loving well.
Just yesterday, many of us went to the No Kings rally. Loving deeply does not mean giving up our voice, and it does not mean giving up our agency. As Howard said, we want the bad to be good and the good to be better. That's part of loving deeply. Or as the Reverend Dr. Jackie Lewis, the senior pastor of Middle Collegiate Church, where some of us are attending a conference in a couple of weeks, as Reverend Jackie says in her book, Just Love, sometimes love looks like standing up, speaking out. Let the world call it trouble, she says. We'll call it liberation. Freedom and love, they cannot be separated. Loving creates liberation. Loving creates freedom. Isn't there a kind of beautiful freedom in this room right now?
But don't get wrapped around an axle too much, Liz. Freedom comes with a price. And that price is not always easy. We said that this would be a challenging message for all of us. Let's not be so naive about freedom. There's so much good in freedom, but there's also struggle in freedom. Love is free. But also, love is painful. And love is hard. We'd like to make it clear and simple and always satisfy everyone's longing questions. But we can't unpack it all. That's the part of lifting that makes it a journey. Loving well, loving deeply. A journey that will change us, a journey that will shape us, a journey that will cause us to look at things differently, look with different lenses, change our understanding and our beliefs along the way. Right. Not at the moment, but along the way. As I focus on Liz and our relationship that has been nurtured over 8 years. We have grown along the way in our thinking, in our ideology, but we've grown deeper in love. As Unitarian Universalists, First U has a unique, and it is in a unique position. It is a true melting pot with people of many faiths and heritage, and that's a good thing. I'm a Christian, one way, but I have learned to appreciate different faiths. I've learned that there's not only one way to be. There's not only one way to believe. There's not only one way to love. But you gotta want it. I have to want it. We have to want it. Therefore, we must love deeply and we must love differently.
I love that, Pastor. Loving differently. Loving deeply, loving differently. Learning to love differently. This is how love can move us, move all of us to action. Action that comes out of a place of friendship, developing friendships. Action that comes from authentic kindness and genuine goodwill. Action as a manifestation of love. If someone, and Pastor mentioned this earlier, needs help or is in danger, we're moved to help them. And that is true whether that's in the personal or the public space. We want to help that person because, as humans, we want to help each other.
Yes, and we want to know people. In order to know people, you got to love people. It's in our DNA, our spiritual DNA. I really believe this. Our spiritual DNA is made up of love. This ain't no straight line, y'all. It's a windy road, right. But it's a windy road that helps us to love deeply. There's more gray in love than there is in black and white. For those that do love can also love deeply in the gray.
You can look at 131, sing along with us.
Love will guide us. Peace has tried us. Hope inside us
will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night.
Love will guide us. Peace has tried us. Hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night.
If you cannot, if you
Cannot sing like angels, if you cannot speak before thousands,
You can give from deep within you. You can change the world with your love. Love will guide us. Peace has tried us. Hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night. Love will guide us. Love will guide us. Love will guide us. Love will guide us. Love will guide us.
through the hard
I don't know where you're going. Don't you have more to say? So, as you're putting together, no doubt by now, this is not love. The love we're talking about is not an either-or proposition. It is about both and. Figuring out how to love deeply enough that we can authentically pray for President Trump. I know, felt that one land. And also how to love deeply enough to stand with or for those who need our support. Both and. I often explain the UU approach to religious truth using the metaphor of a multifaceted gem. Many faiths understand the essence of a gem by looking deeply into its core through one facet, right? One side. That works. Unitarian Universalists tend to turn the gem over and look at many facets. And that also works. And in thinking of this sermon, love can be like that too. Love can have many facets. And the fact that there are many facets, many sides, does not invalidate the reality of each of those sides. Does it? No. No. Different sides, different visions, different experiences of love. They all coexist. They can all coexist.
And we have choices about how we react or how we respond to what's happening to us or around us. That's where the strength of love and loving kindness, I love that word, loving kindness, comes in. Even when we don't like what those with whom we disagree are doing and what they, perhaps some of them, stand for, here's the question. How can I send out love to this person when they represent the epitome of what I might despise? Love does win, and love will win. Would you say that with me? Love does win, and love
will win.
Love can go through many different stages, but love will.
And understanding those stages, everything should come from love. We all have different ways of being and how we're doing life. Life is lifing. But in general, what is the most important thing? Operating in love. Operating from love. Love is not just that ooey gooey. Love is to resolve. Love has strength. And to be very clear, we are not talking about that kind of rollover love. It is the place from which every person of faith should operate. Every person that has a deep respect for love should operate, even when we stand against others. For we know what it is to feel like and what it is to be oppressed. For we are to love people. We should love with divine love. We should love through our environment. See, all parts of the larger context of humanity is love. And this is what informs us. Operating from a place of love doesn't mean that you let things go. But it does mean that this benevolence for humankind, this benevolence for my grandchildren, your siblings, this love that we must move and move us on. This phileo that we're talking about, this Greek pure benevolent love, we're talking about humanity. Our humanity, their humanity, the humanity of the other side. We have to stay rooted in this love. And we need to reset our foundation of what love really means.
And just to cover one other piece of this, if somebody's holding on, let's say in this room right now, thinking, nah, I'm just going to stick with anger. I'm really kind of enjoying my rage. And it's part of how I'm managing just now. Anger, rage, outrage, empowering, no question, but not sustaining. We can exist on anger and rage for a while, but not without some damage, which is why what sustains us, what keeps us, has to be love. Only love is truly generative. Only love makes things better in the end for ourselves and others. We can't deal with each other out of rage because it deteriorates the soul. It erodes our mental and emotional health. It is okay to feel angry, but if we stay in anger, if we just dwell endlessly in rage, we ultimately don't deal in a way that will ever heal what we're actually feeling and why. We know the surface level of what we're feeling and why, but the inner workings of who we each are go deeper, and those deeper layers are not addressed and not healed by dwelling in anger. In fact, we often default to anger, when in fact, our initial feeling in some situation is actually hurt. Somebody does something and it hurts us, but the first feeling we register is what? Anger. We skip over the hurt part, because that doesn't feel good. Our initial feeling may be hurt. Our initial feeling may be fear. And we transmute those more genuine, more valuable feelings to anger. So we can fight. So we can defend. But in the meantime, the hurt is still there. And when the hurt goes unaddressed, unresolved, it just festers, which keeps hurting and making us angry. Can I get an amen on that? Amen. You can see then how this plays out. If we can't access the deeper layers of hurt, we can't heal. Now, of course, some people are just in survival mode. We may be just trying to survive. People are sometimes living within terrible realities of oppression or threat, and they are just trying to survive, and they cannot deal with more than that. But there are examples for all of us of those who, even in horrible conditions, had a deep capacity for reflection and humanity, and acted and tried to act, respond, to make choices about how they were going to respond, even in circumstances of greatest oppression. We were talking about Viktor Frankl, the Jewish psychologist who wrote Man's Search for Meaning, who wrote that about his experiences in a Nazi concentration camp and how they created his perception that there are 3 realms of purpose that can define human living: the completion of tasks, caring for another person, finding meaning by facing suffering with dignity. We don't have to hate someone to oppose them. We all always have a choice about how we are going to respond, even when opposing or setting boundaries or bearing witness or demonstrating or protesting or risking. We always have a choice, and our choice can always be loving. The greatest power within.
And the greatest power within is God, is love, is justice, is goodness, is grace, is mercy, and is forgiveness. So our choice must be to look for these things and live these things. Again, we all want the shout. We all want the celebration. But we got to expect to dig deep in order to live out our story. The story that leads to the celebration, that leads to the rejoicing, and ties us to sacredness, the goodness of God.
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me. All my days been held in your hands from the moment that I wake up until I lay my head. I will sing of the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire in darkest night. You are close like no other. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend. And I have lived in the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing in the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful, and all my life you've been so, so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after me. Oh, yeah. Your goodness is running after me. With my life laid down. It's running after me. Your goodness is running after me. My life laid down, surrender now. I give you running after me. Your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running after me. My life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after me. And all my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so, so good. And every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
the sublime to the mundane, we are all gathered here with different kinds of love required of us right now. Some of us are caring for a colicky baby, and some are caring for an ailing parent. Lots of love is required to deal with a struggling teen, or a friend, or your spouse who is perfectly fine but just so different from you. No shade, this is hypothetical. I've just heard of this. Or mental illness afflicting someone close to us. Or ourselves. Let's not leave self-love out of this. We all need and deserve that too. In these and countless other circumstances that make up our lives, we know love requires abundance. Love always is about much. Unstinting love. So when we're talking about loving deeply or being persistently, profoundly loving, that's another piece of it. Hopefully, all of us have experienced that one way or another. Life can even be lived so lovingly that we come to a point where no further expression of it is necessary, or perhaps even possible.
People need to know that they are loved. And if no one has told you today, you are loved.
There's an innocence in naivete.
Hold on, Pastor. Before you go to that, would you find someone near you? Try to catch their eye if you can, and simply tell them you are loved.
You're loved.
You're loved. Thank you, Pastor. Please proceed.
You're loved. But we cannot abuse or take advantage of love. But it can also be transformative and so tangible and uplifting. Everybody wants to be loved. How do we work at genuine love? How do we have love and how do we show it? What's really in us? Can you feel when a person genuinely cares? Even when it hurts? When all have been done and something has challenged us and the hurt comes, we must learn to love. But still we know that we must care for ourselves and we want to help ourselves. That's what makes us better. Just as we want to be better for ourselves, we must love others deeply. We have to learn to go beyond. We have to learn to grow, to deepen, to go past what's mundane and acceptable to reach that sacred love, that agape love, that love that blesses, that love that is true, that love that is pure.
Because that kind of love that blesses, agape love, can absolutely exist in the real world. I believe, I really do, that it moves among us when we are together. Howard and I don't get to see each other so often now that he's giving his gifts to his people in New Jersey. But we managed a breakfast meeting for the first time in way too long, a couple of weeks ago. And from the first moment we were back together, I could feel it. We fell into our old ways, a rhythm where we talked nonstop for 2 hours until we were beyond out of time. We talked about life and love and families and theology and theodicy, and it was so rich and sustaining and loving. We are, or maybe even better, I think we have become kindred spirits.
Amen.
We did not start out kindred spirits. We had a lot less in common than we had differences, and we didn't know what we didn't know. We became this to each other. I hope and pray and believe that this will always be true for us. We will always be there for each other and for our people, and all of us will always be here, spiritually here, for each other. That is what agape love is. Spiritual love as real as anything, as real as we are together right now.
Can we all become kindred spirits to another? This is the challenge for all humanity. This is what we all must strive for. Though we live in seems like chaos, if we truly believe in love, then we believe that love, with all its many facets and all its power, can make the difference. We must believe it and be what we want to see in the world. Love. Love well. Amen.
Well, if this service does not move you to great expressions of gratitude this morning, I don't know what to do. I really don't. And we've run long, and some of the best is yet to come, so I'm not going to say anything more except, please give as generously as you are able to the life and the work of this beloved congregation. And thank you so much for all that you give and all that you do and all that you are.
Darkness is to keep us apart, and if the daylight feels like it's a long way off,
And if your glass heart should crack, and for a second you turn back, oh no, be strong. Walk on, walk on.
they can't steal it, no, they can't even feel it. Walk on, walk
words for our benediction are excerpted from the writing of Unitarian Universalist minister, the Reverend Andy Pikula. Love has the power to mend what has been broken. Love brings healing to our wounds. Love offers hope when we have none. Love creates unity where there is conflict. Love instills new life into lifeless brown husks. May this great love be in us and among us now and through all of our days. Can we join in the words to extinguish our chalice? We carry the flame of peace and love and hope until we meet again.
I'd like to teach you the chorus. May I teach you the chorus? Thank you. Simply says, the healing rain is falling down. The healing rain is falling down. I'm not afraid. It goes like this. The healing rain is falling down. The healing rain is falling down. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Try it. The healing rain is falling down. The healing rain is falling down. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I welcome you, we welcome you to sing that with abandon when it comes, okay? And any part of you that needs healing, just speak that out.
I'm not afraid.
The healing rain is falling down. The healing rain is falling down. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid.
Healing rain is coming down. It's coming nearer to this old town.
Yeah.
Rich and poor, weak and strong. It's bringing mercy. It won't be long.
Healing rain is coming down. It's coming closer to the lost and found. Tears of joy and tears of shame are washed forever in Spirit's name.
Healing rain, it comes with fire, so let it fall and take us higher.
Healing rain, I'm not afraid to be washed.
Washed in Spirit's rain.
Lift your heads, let us return to the place where time began. And in your eyes, I see the pain. Come soak this dry heart with healing rain.
And only you, the Spirit, can take a hurting one and let him stand. So lift your hands, they can be held by someone greater than all of man.
Healing rain, it comes with fire, so let it fall and take us higher. Healing rain, I'm not afraid to be washed in the Spirit's rain, to be washed in
Spirit's rain. The healing rain, it's falling down. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. The healing rain is falling down. The healing rain is falling down. I'm not afraid. Oh, I'm not afraid.
You want to sing some more, don't you?